Jaguar fan. Hello, Jaguar fans. So today I'm going to be playing Space Flight Simulator. I think that's what it's called. So I've been playing this for quite a while. Kind of got the point of it. And now I'm good at building rockets. So today I'm going to try to launch a satellite. I think would be a good goal. Yeah, I'm going to go with a satellite. So first of all, we're going to need a rocket to launch the satellite. So let's go ahead and build a rocket. I think a good idea would be to add a little platform for some solar panels. Can add the solar panels. That'd be a good idea. So now we got some solar panels for some solar powering. And then, since this thing is probably going to be in space and it's not really coming back, I'm going to add a little deep space probe. Where should we add that at? I think we should add that maybe here. And then, like that. Alright, so now I got a little probe. Now we're going to need the satellite itself. So we're going to add probably a connector in case we ever send anything up there to connect to it. It may turn into a little space station. So then we're going to add, make it a little bit long. We're going to need an engine for this thing in case it needs to go, in case it starts getting out of orbit. And we definitely need solar panels for power. Well, actually, just do that again. And then maybe, okay, we're going to put the engine down here. That like that, and then, does that look bad? I don't know. Okay. No, I can't do that because we're gonna need fairings for this thing. And then gonna need some landing gear. We'll take some structural parts, go like this, and then put the landing gear on those, like that. Can we do that? That's a little wide. No, we don't need to do that. But I do know what we can do. Okay. Let's take these and put them like that. Then put the landing gear on them. But we're going to have a way to connect them. So we're going to build some more structural parts. And connect it like that. Put the landing gear on how? Now this is iron, I believe, or titanium. So it's not going to burn up under the pressure of the rocket, which is good. Okay, now put some parachutes on here. So we may need parachutes if we're going to land this thing back to Earth. So we will put some parachutes. There we go, got parachutes. And I think that will be our satellite. Yeah, okay, so that'll be our satellite. Now we're going to need something to connect all of this, like that, alright. Put another one right there. Okay, then we're going to cover this thing in fairings so that it doesn't so that when it's in the atmosphere, it will be okay. Alright, let's take some fairings. Oops. Go. Think. Put one there. There. Alright, that works perfectly. And then I'm going to need an engine for this thing. Now, just one thruster is definitely not going to get this thing off the ground. This thing is huge. So, what we're probably going to do is add some side thrusters, but we need them to be able to disconnect so that they don't cause weight problems. Because when the thruster's out of fuel, we want them to be able to disconnect and fall back to Earth. So that because the lighter the load, the less fuel it takes. So we don't want these hanging on. I think that's good. Now we'll add some of these. And then we're going to add some aerodynamic pieces. There we go. Then add some more. That's hanging off this side too much. Way too much. So I think we're going to take away these side pieces and put some tank. Let's just put a tank on there. Like that. And then we're going to put some side cones. Oop. Like that. Okay, now I'm gonna put some of these on there, some parachutes, so that when these things fall back to Earth, we can activate the parachutes, and they won't explode on impact, so that the material can be reused, some of it at least. I mean, a lot of it's going to be burnt from rocket thrusters, but some of this top part may be reused. Sorry about that. Oops. Oh no. Oops. Okay, so we got our rocket back. We almost lost our rocket there. That would have been bad. Alright, so let's give this thing a test launch and see if it can get off the ground or if we're going to need more power. Let's go ahead and turn all these engines on. Well, we're going to need new engines now. Alright, we got the engines back. Okay, so now that we know this thing works, now we're going to try to test launch this satellite. Okay. Activate all the thrusters, power 100%. And start the mission. So this is going to be our rocket. And let's launch this satellite. Power 100%, all engines on. Fuel. Okay. Just gonna have to take off the fairing. Let go. Did we incorporate a backup rocket? I think so. And now switch to the other part. Why is it still focusing on this part? There we go. That was hard. circle is forming. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. And there we go, we have orbital pattern. I'm going to stretch it out a little bit. And once we have the desired length, which is about now, we can cut the thrusters. Now let's activate the solar panel. Line it up correctly. There we go. We now have a satellite orbiting Earth. And then, what I like is the thing, the landing gear, and the parachutes inside. If it ever comes out of orbit and starts coming down towards Earth, we can land it properly so that we can send it back into orbit. And that's my movie on how to launch a satellite into space. And it's quite accurate too. Goodbye.